What is up, YouTube? It's RSmario here, bringing you another Fire Emblem video. Now, you see, I did not say Fire Emblem theories video because these are not theories. So this information is pretty much all confirmed. This is actually leaks from the Coro mag. Well, not Coro. Sorry, I'm so used to saying Coro leaking. No, this is actually leaks from Famitsu magazine of all places. So I've been watching out for these leaks for a while, for Pokemon news, which I haven't really found yet, but one person did find something very, very interesting, and she actually shouted it out to me in one of my videos. Hannah S. actually pointed out that there was Famitsu leaking, and it was leaking Fire Emblem information. So, of course, as soon as I got the opportunity, I went over to this site. Thank you, Hannah S., for revealing this to me. She actually linked a Reddit page by a I'm gonna butcher this name. But yes, at this home. But yeah, so she put in a link in my video to some Fire Emblem news. So I actually went and searched for some more and got some pretty more in-depth stuff. There's an interview in Famitsu from 3 of the developers, I'm actually going to go over in another video because it's actually pretty long and kind of substantial. So I'll try to keep this pretty short and sweet to the point. But here we go. Alright, so getting in there, first we get some names of some people we didn't know before. So we know now that Ellis is the blonde lowly chick on the north side, and her class is a Rod Knight. So don't quite know what that means, and I know the internet's probably going to take that and turn it into some sort of porn. I mean, it's just one of the rules of the internet. It's gonna happen. But yes, she's a Rod Knight. So now I'm thinking this is more like an armored healer class. Hopefully she's not a horse rider, because one thing I've seen from the Nord classes is that there's a lot of horse riders. Like Marks is a paladin, the blonde dude, we didn't know who he was. Yeah, that dude, his name is Leon. He looks like a Leon. Okay, dude totally looks like his name should be Leon or Alex or something like that, but he's at least basically a Leon. So his name's Leon. He's he's a Dark Knight. So yeah, he's a Dark Knight. I was kind of expecting that to happen. I was hoping there'd be a new class, since we never see him riding a horse. But no, he's a Dark Knight, so he's riding a horse. I'm not a huge fan of horse units. They're weak to archers. I mean, they're fast. The only real horse users that I like to use are paladins and great knights, because they're fast and they're tough, and they can use a variety of different weapons. But other horse units, I mean, they're fast and they're good for ferrying units around, but they're not tough. Let's see. Next we have Camilla, who has been revealed to be, well, I'm thinking is a new class, because I have no clue what this means. She's a Revenant Knight, and I probably said that word wrong. So at first I was thinking maybe a Revenant Knight is kind of like a war monk, but in Nor, since everyone's a knight in Nor, and I was thinking that could be the case, because she is carrying an axe, and war monks do use axes. And the thing with them is they use axes and they also use staffs, so they're offensive healers. And but then I was thinking, well, if Elise is a healer and Camilla's a healer, it's kind of redundant, But yeah, she's a Revenant Knight. It'd be interesting to see what the hell that means. But yeah, she's also confirmed the status of a lot of people. So Camilla has been confirmed to actually be your adoptive sister, so you can't waifu her. Even though she's not blood, she's still your adoptive sister, so that sucks. Same thing with Elise, but I wouldn't have wifed her anyway because she looks like she's 12, and that's pretty gross. But yeah, so it's pretty crazy, man. So I mean, so she is basically, they're all part of the Nor royal family, and Camilla is the second born. So it's Marks, Camilla, then it's you, then it's Leon and Ellis. I didn't think Leon was that young, but he's one of the youngest males of the litter. Same thing goes for the north side, where it's Ryoma, Yu, Hinoka, and then Sakura. You know, yes, Hinoka is also related to you by blood, so there's no waifu there either. But yeah, so next we have oh, that's right. So both you know, Shido and the Nor families are connected to dragons. So this is something I kind of knew right off the bat. I didn't know the Nor family was connected to dragons. I thought they were connected to something, but not dragons. But you can definitely tell that Hoshido are deep traditions in dragons, since they have a giant dragon statue in the middle of their square. You know, so we knew that was coming. And dragons have always played a big part in Fire Emblem anyway. So they also confirmed customization of the main character. So yes, you can customize more than ever the avatar, you know, and you can add actually, you know, hair ornaments and things you can put on. If you're a female, you can customize your face, your facial features, your hair color, your voice. It's basically, you know, it's a character creator, you know what it is. But next we get to some of the juicy bits of information here. We have Phoenix mode. Now Phoenix mode, to me, I'm not too thrilled with Phoenix mode. And if you hear something in the background, that is construction. We're pretty much building a porch, so yeah, that's what took me so long to get this video out. But yeah, it's construction going on. But yeah, so Phoenix mode is a bit of a letdown. I mean, it's there to sway in new people to the series, which is interesting. But in Phoenix mode, you basically have no disadvantages in battle. You know, the difficulty level doesn't matter. It's pretty much like super easy mode. It's like a super hand-holdy mode that basically holds your hand through the game and lets you get, say, hey, you get to the end of the game, you won. And then maybe you would like to step it up to like casual mode or something. But in Phoenix mode, you know, your characters don't die. When they lose in battle, they come back the next turn. So basically, your army is immortal. You know, and as long as you know you don't lose everybody in one turn, you're fine. You know, but if you do, then you officially lose the game and you suck. But yeah, that's Phoenix mode. So, and the thing is, if you downgrade to casual or Phoenix mode from, you know, classic mode, you can't go back to classic mode. So it's basically them punishing you for sucking at the game, which is interesting. But next we have you know, some story elements here. So in the Nord campaign, you can't train, which is interesting. You can't train, which basically means that most of the battles you fight will be all story-based battles, which are interesting because, you know, does that mean that the battles, you know, the actual gameplay of the game is going to be relatively linear? Because if that's the case, then that might not be the best of ideas, unless there's a whole lot of story battles. Because one thing about Fire Emblem was there's a lot of other stuff going on other than the story. You know, like you got to save this town from undead risen, you know, save this town from brigands. Like one time I did a mission where there was two barbarian factions fighting each other, and you had to choose which side you were going to help to stop the bloodshed, you know. And I mean, there was different missions and things you could take part in, you know, and that kind of expanded your experience just outside of the story. And it also allows you to train up for the inevitable, you know, everybody dying segments in the story. You know, so that was pretty interesting, but you can't do that in the Nord part of this game, so that's going to be interesting. You can also downgrade the difficulty whenever you want mid-game, so, you know, that's fine. You can actually put it back up and down as you like. Another thing that's interesting is weapon durability is gone. So basically in Fire Emblem Awakening, one of the systems they use to kind of like, you know, keep you from using an overpowered weapon too often was there was weapon durability, and the powerful weapons, especially the weapons that allow you to, you know, use it multiple times, like brave weapons, you know, they came with a slightly lower durability. Like the Alum Blade, you can only use 10 times. So especially if you have a really fast unit who can attack twice in a turn, technically that's only 8 times you can use that weapon. which, you know, it kind of sucks, but it's a very powerful sword. So that means you pull it out only at times which you need it. Same thing with the brave weapons, they automatically allow you to attack twice. So if you have a really fast unit, you know, which basically means they can attack twice, that means you can use this weapon 4 times, which basically means you burn the weapon up 4 times as fast because it's powerful. You see? But that's gone. So they took out weapon durability, which is interesting. I mean, not particularly like it, but it's interesting. They did replace it with something that was equally interesting, though, which basically means giving weapons drawbacks. So certain weapons, you know, they're very powerful and they can have very negative effects on the enemy, but they also have negative effects on you, like maybe slowing you down so you can only attack once, you know, something like that. Let's see. Then we move into some information about Aqua. Aqua, basically, who is the dancer, I guess you call her songstress now, which I'll get into a little bit later. But yeah, she's the dancing chick, or the singing chick from the trailers. Her name is Aqua. I actually learned this a while back when I posted the dancer in the 3rd story video. You know, a lot of people in the comments were like, her name's Aqua! And I was like, thank you, I'm an idiot! Yeah, I was late on that one. But yeah, so her name is Aqua. She was originally a princess of Nor when she was taken prisoner by the Hoshido under unknown circumstances. So that is interesting. So now that kind of, the plot kind of thickens now. So now we see that the Hoshido aren't exactly goody two-shoes. Even though it's kind of weird, because I really thought that maybe she was like a prisoner in Nor, because it looked like she was in distress in the first game. Like she was kind of a prisoner and they had her there, like, you know, dancing for their amusement, you know, but maybe she was just dancing and singing for the benefit of whoever. But yeah, so she was a princess and she was taken. Her class is a songstress, which is basically like a different version of a dancer. You know, instead of dancing, she sings and allows you to move twice. You know, she also is rumored to have specific powers, which I'll get into the next video. They actually talk about that in the interview with the three devs from the game. Ryoma is a true blade. So true blades are like the end-all be-all sword user. Like in older Fire Emblem games, the true blade was the final class in the sword master or Myriadon tree. So, you know, you were a Myriadon, then you became a sword master, then you became a true blade, you know, and so they're bringing that back for Ryoma, which is interesting. I was hoping they would just do samurai, or shogun or something, but I mean, I guess you want to stick with the Fire Emblem stuff. So true blade is awesome too. You know, so they also reveal that they're exclusive classes to to Nor and Hoshido. The exclusive classes of Hoshido are basically magical classes that excel in magic, and a class called Brave Heroes, which basically renowned heroes who wield swords and axes. They'll basically probably be called heroes by the time you get in there. Hopefully, they're not cavalry riders. I don't want any more horse people. Okay? No more horse riders. We have enough. We have paladins, we have great knights, we have those like healing, you know, offensive magic combo people. You know, we have way too many horse riders. We have horse archers, we have horse spearmen, we have flying horses. No more horse riders. Sorry. But yes, so hopefully the hero class is not a horse rider. Then of course the Hoshido has an exclusive class of its own. It's called the Oni, you know, which is interesting. Hopefully, see, they should have made this like the Toggle class, where the person can actually transform into an Oni and just go ape on somebody, just bam. Because Onis are like these big ogre demons that have these big like clubs, these big kanabas that they just kill people with. And so basically, we know that the chick with the elemental kanaba, her class is an Oni. So we know where she's going. So yeah, these classes are high in attack and defense. So they're basically tanks, which is awesome. And then they, of course, they have the Priestess class, which is basically your basic healer. Hopefully they'll give some more stuff to the Priestess too. That's it. That's about it for this video. The next video I will be going over an interview with 3 of the staff people from the game. So check that out. Thank you, Hannah, for pointing this out to me. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, keep it real.